Let's react.
This was the Pink Floyd album that confused fans the most.
You have to be trusted by the people.
Let me say this straight away. This is not an album people fall in love with. This is an album people come back to. And that's why it took years, sometimes decades, for fans to finally understand it. I'm talking about Animals by Pink Floyd. To understand why Animals confused people, you have to remember where Pink Floyd were at this time. Just before this, they released two albums that felt almost human: The Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here. Those records were emotional. They talked about time slipping away, mental health, loss, absence, missing someone who's still alive. They didn't judge you, they sat with you. So naturally, fans expected more of that. They didn't get it. Instead, Animals arrived sounding angry, cold, distant, long songs, no obvious singles, very little comfort. People put the needle down and thought, wait, what is this? Because Animals doesn't float, it stomps, it growls, it stares. And that was shocking coming from Pink Floyd. Here's the idea behind the album. It's loosely inspired by Animal Fan, but you don't need to know that to feel it. Pink Floyd split society into three groups: dogs, pigs, sheep. And the brutal part, none of them were heroes. Let's start with dogs. This track is over 17 minutes long, which alone was enough to lose people. But lyrically, it's devastating. It's about people who climb the ladder at all costs. Corporate shags, career climbers, people who smile, lie, and sell parts of themselves just to win. They play the game perfectly, and they do succeed. But by the end of the song, they're alone, paranoid, emotionally empty. That's not inspirational, that's a warning. Then comes Pig, three different ones. This one doesn't hide behind metaphors. It's sarcastic, bitter, almost mocking. It targets people in power, leaders, moral authorities, people who talk down to everyone else. At the time, this made fans uncomfortable. Well, not all of them, but some fans, I would say. Pink Floyd weren't being poetic anymore, they were being direct, and direct can feel aggressive. Then there's Ship. This is about people who follow, not because they're evil, but because it's easier. The music starts calm, almost peaceful, and then slowly turns violent. The ship rise up, but even that doesn't feel like victory. It feels chaotic, uncontrolled, which might be the darkest idea of all. Now, here's the key reason fans didn't understand Animals at first. The album doesn't ask questions, it gives answers. Earlier, Pink Floyd album said, here's how it feels. Animals says, here's how it is. And that difference matters. There's also the sound of the album. It's dry, no lush backing vocals, no warm echoes, very little beauty for beauty's sake. You can hear Roger Waters taking control. The cynicism, the anger, the distrust of systems. The album sounds like a band that lost faith in people at the top and the people who follow them. That's heavy. At the time, some fans said it was depressing, it was cold, it wasn't Pink Floyd enough. But they also weren't seeing the bigger picture yet. Because Animals is not an album for the moment it was released, it's an album for later. You don't play it when you're relaxed. You play it when you're already questioning the world, when success feels hollow, when power feels corrupt, when systems feel rigged. And here's where time changes everything. As the years passed, the world started to look more like Animals. Irony. Corporate greed, political hypocrisy, people climbing over each other, people switching off and following along. Suddenly, the album didn't feel exaggerated, it felt accurate. That's when fans went back and listened again and realized this album wasn't cold, it was honest. Today, Animal is often called Pink Floyd's angriest album, their most political album, their most underrated album. It's the missing link between Wish You Were Here and The Wall. You can hear the emotional hardening happen in real time, and that's why fans didn't understand it at first. Because Animal doesn't comfort you, it confronts you. It doesn't say everything will be okay, it says look closely. So, if you don't get Animals the first time, That wasn't failure. That was the point. Some albums are meant to be felt later when the world catches up to them. And I hope you enjoy that. Uh, Once again, membership is available if you want to support the channel, and also if you want to help decide on what we do next, what topics we address next. You check out the membership. Also, if you're yet to subscribe, I hope you do so, and I hope to see you again. It's Harry. Stay good, stay cool. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.